Welcome to Twigs. Today we are going to discuss about most important 20 MCQs from Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. So let's proceed to the MCQ section. Actually, though I told you that these are MCQs, but as usual I have given only the right option in order to minimize the length of the video. So let's proceed what we have for you in today's session. The first question is about 3 different volumes of the books were published anonymously in the year. 3 different volumes of the books were published anonymously in the year. Here the right answer is option 1813. 1813. Next. The story revolves around the blooming relationship between Darcy and Elizabeth. Darcy means Fitzwilliam Darcy and Elizabeth Bennet. Next, the story is set in the rural parts of England in the 19th century. The 19th century rural England has been portrayed in the novel by Jane Austen. Next, the Bennet family included how many sisters of different characters? 5 sisters. The Bennet family has 5 sisters and they were of different characteristic traits. The names of the 5 sisters are Jane, Elizabeth, Mary, Catherine, Lydia, and the title Bennet: Jane Bennet, Elizabeth Bennet, Mary Bennet, Catherine Bennet, Lydia Bennet. Next, MCQ number 5. MCQ number 5. Who is the male protagonist of the story? Fitzwilliam Darcy. Who is the female protagonist of the novel? Elizabeth Bennet. Early in the novel, who is described as a mixture of quick words. Remember, a mixture of quick words, sarcastic humor, caprice, and reserved. So, an expression has been given here, and the question is about whom or who has been described as this or this way. Here the right answer is Mr. Bennet. Lizzie is her father's favorite child because Lizzie is Mr. Bennet's favorite child or favorite daughter, and the reason behind her being the favorite is she's the only one to share his wit and sense of humor. According to Darcy, who is selfish, unscrupulous, and characterized by vicious propensities. Keep remember, vicious propensities. Here the right answer is Wickham. According to Darcy, Wickham is selfish and he is unscrupulous, and his character is replete with vicious propensities. Next, who seduced Darcy's 15-year-old sister and planned to elope with her? Wickham. Wickham planned to elope with Darcy's 15-year-old sister. Wickham seduced Darcy's 15-year-old sister and planned to elope with her. In order to, the reason behind his plan to elope with Darcy's sister was to get his hands on her fortune. He wanted to get his hands on her fortune. Fortune means, you know, the payment fortune, money, wealth, property, etc. Who is often referred to as Eliza or Lisa by her friends and family. In the story, Elizabeth, the daughter whom Mr. Bennet loved the most and who is the central female character or the female protagonist of the drama, she is Elijah or Lizzie. Actually, her name is Elizabeth Bennet, but she is popularly known as Eliza or Lizzie by her friends and family members. Elizabeth Bennet is right answer here. Next. Mr. Darcy's family estate at name of some place has an extensive library. Pemberley. So here the complete sentence will be Mr. Darcy's family estate at Pemberley has an extensive library. So another question may come from here, whose family estate has an extensive library, a large library? Here the right answer should be Mr. Darcy's family estate. Who is Lady Catherine de Bourgh? Mr. Darcy's aunt. Lady Catherine is Mr. Darcy's aunt. Next. Austen's original draft of this novel was titled. First we know that before publishing a book, a draft is written, manuscripts are written, and the first draft of the novel, which was in original form, and it was named as the first impressions, or simply first impressions. Look at here, a very large sentence. Pride and Prejudice begins. The beginning of the novel or the story is a true, universally acknowledged that a single man in possession of a good fortune must be in want of a wife, quote unquote. This sentence informs readers that the novel will explore the subjects of this very sentence gives us the impression about the central idea of the poem, that is about wealth and marriage. You can say this Pride and Prejudice is the story of husband hunting. Wealth and marriage has been given added importance throughout the story or throughout the novel, and the main theme or the central idea of the central idea of the novel is also wealth and marriage. And the very first sentence is also quite indicative of the stories being wealth and marriage as one of the major characteristic traits. Next. Mr. Fitzwilliam Darcy comes to stay with Bingleys at Netherfield Park. Mr. Fitzwilliam Darcy, or Mr. Darcy simply, comes to stay with the Bingleys at Netherfield Park. Next. Lady Catherine de Bourgh, a widow who owns, or Lady Catherine, she is a widow, keep remembering, who owns a large estate and a country house known as, the name of the country house or the estate owned by Lady Catherine, or the aunt of Darcy. Its name is Rosingspark. 19. Who was the governess of Miss de Bourgh, daughter of Lady Catherine? So Miss de Bourgh is the daughter of Lady Catherine, and here the question is about the name of the governess. The name of the governess, looking up the Miss de Bourgh. Her name is Mrs. Jenkinson. Mrs. Jenkinson is the governess of Lady Catherine's daughter, Miss de Bourgh. Next. Who left everything behind after receiving knighthood? So another question may come from here. Who received knighthood? Who left everything behind after receiving knighthood and shifted to a cottage in the countryside with the entire family? So he is the person who received knighthood and who proceeded to a village with entire family, including his wife. Here the right answer is option. No option has been given, but the right answer given, that is Sir William Lucas. Sir William Lucas was awarded or was prized with knighthood, and he then shifted to a cottage in the village with the entire family. So this was today's presentation, and today I have given you 20 MCQs, 20 most important MCQs from the novel Pride and Prejudice. And if you think and if you want MCQs from different chapters or chapter wise MCQs from the novel, then don't forget to comment in the comment section, and I will try my best to give you MCQs chapter wise from this novel. And if you are new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe it, and if you like it, you can stay with me. So thank you again for watching the video.